What's up guys, Robert Optimal Bodies. Now this video is for skinny guys or even skinny girls that are looking to add some muscle to their physique, so looking to bulk up. I don't like the word bulk because it often incurs a lot of fat gain as well. But this is for people that are more like a hard gainer, as it gets spoke of, or you think you've got a really fast metabolism, you struggle to gain weight, you might not be hungry that much, you struggle to eat that much, but you want that good physique, and it's mostly guys that this occurs to, but women can take this advice as well. Young guys that want to bulk up, they might be naturally quite tall and skinny, or even small and skinny. They've got quite thin wrists, thin ankles. They're like ectomorphic sort of shape, and they just don't put muscle on as easy as these guys that seem to just look at a weight, and they can eat for England, and they can just pile it on, get strong, big. So these are handy little tips, and it's mainly based around getting the nutrition in to fuel the growth, to fuel your sessions, to have energy to lift weight, to create a stimulus to growth, to cause muscle growth. So, number one, get a weight gainer. I don't recommend supplements that often. I think real food is just a lot more natural and better for you, but one reason you might be really busy, and two, you might just not be able to stomach a lot of food, maybe in the morning, or you're not a big eater. So get a decent quality weight gainer shake. These can have thousands of calories in per shake. You're getting your protein, probably carbohydrates and fats. And I wouldn't even worry about this sort of split of going low carb, high carb, anything like that. For you, you just want to get food in. You want to get calories in total. You want a calorically dense food, but in this case, you can have a supplement. So this can be had up to 2 or 3 times a day, depending on how often you're able to eat. So it's no excuse saying, a lot of people say, oh, I don't have time to eat at work. Have your shake ready in the morning. All you have to do is put your couple of scoops in a shaker, even have your water already, shake it up, put it in your bag, put it in the office, hide it in the toilet, whatever you need to do. And then you can go to the toilet whenever you want, unless you've got a really strict boss. But if you even have to do that, or if they let you have a bottle of water or a drink while you're working, then you can have it then, or sneak to the toilet and have it. That's going to get you equivalent of 1 or 2 extra meals a day. So it's going to be really good to fuel that muscle growth if you're training to get big, and to stop your body going catabolic, which means chewing down your muscle tissue, which you don't want. You want to be building and not breaking down as much. Okay. Now, number 2, eat calorie dense food, calorically dense food. As you see, I don't edit these videos, I just do them, and if I stutter, it doesn't matter. So, calorically dense foods, which means foods high in calories. So, these are going to be like things like cheeses, flapjack, full fat milk, so your blue top or gold top milk, nuts, things of that nature. Even getting towards like pizzas and things that are quite small. So, like a little block of cheese has a lot more calories than say a full bag of spinach. So imagine trying to fit all that in your stomach, but you can have a little block of cheese or a little block of flapjack, and you can get a lot more calories in before you get full, which could often be the case that's holding you back to getting these gains. So go for these high calorie dense foods of those natures. And then leading on to that, number 3, go for high fat foods. As go back to previous videos, fat is not the enemy, so don't be afraid of that, and especially for you. So protein and carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram. So if you have 100 gram of chicken, you might be getting 400 calories, that sort of thing. But fat has 9 calories per gram, so it's more than double. So if you're eating cheeses, avocados, full eggs, keep the yolk in. Don't ever take the yolk out. It's supposed to be a combination of protein and fat. Very beneficial. So you're having high fatty foods, coconut oil, keeping the fat on your steak. Don't go for low fat, lean options. So you're eating fatty foods. That's going to boost your total calories for the day. You're not going to go into your muscle tissue. You're going to have fuel to train. Often these people get a bit knackered early in the gym and they can't see it's the end of their workout. You're going to be able to train harder for longer and create that stimulus for growth. So it's all about, these top 3 are all about getting the calories in. Easy, simple ways. So make your meals calorie dense. Don't have massive bowls of salad trying to get food in. Make it easy for yourself, if it's already hard as it is. And then 2 or 3 times a week, have a pizza, have a cheesecake, Imagine if you're trying to get 200 grams of carbohydrates a day. Say you have to eat like half a bag of potatoes throughout the day. That is a difficult task for a lot of people, even for people that enjoy eating. You could have a pizza and just smash that out of the park. You could get that total carbs in easily without having to go through all that before your stomach's full. So use these foods that are in the 21st century as a tool. Use them to your advantage. So don't see it as it's hard. You get to eat these sort of foods and it's essentially get away with it without putting body fat on. So when you do grow muscle, you're still lean, you're still vascular, and it looks a lot better than bulky, soft, no veins definition sort of muscle, and you just sort of fill the top out. But if you take your top off, you just look a bit sort of smooth. So go for your favourite foods, your pizzas, your Chinese, your takeaways. Go out for a meal 2 or 3 times a week. Know it's to your advantage. Don't eat. A lot of people eat too clean, and it's the struggle to get the calories in throughout the day. Your body just ends up having to fight down your muscle tissue to fuel your body, and it's counterintuitive. You're just going 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and you're not going to make any gains. Okay. Number 4, eat every 3 hours. That is a good rule of thumb for someone like you. Someone with a slow metabolism, 4, 5 hours, even 6, they might fast all day, just eat at night. But for someone like you, if you're a hard gainer, you're a naturally skinny, ectomorphic person, every 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, make sure you're ingesting at least some sort of protein and fat. So that can be where you put your cheese in, your bacon, sausages, flapjack, milk. These high fat, high calorie foods are going to keep you anabolic. You're growing. And it's 1 step at a time. You can't just do this for a day. You need to do it for a week, then a month, then 6 months, then a year, and then your years all add up. And over time, you're slowly going to gain weight. Aim for even half a pound a week of gaining weight. Say over 6 months, just quick maths, that might be up to a stone after 6 months. Do that for a year, you might have a couple of stone on. So even though it's half a pound every week, it doesn't sound like a lot, it all adds up. So every week, every day, just make it count and stick to this routine. Get enough sleep. You grow in your sleep, 7 to 9 hours. So don't be staying out late every week and then expect to get massive gains. And because you're just not going to do it. Sleep's so important. You need sleep to be able to train hard. If you can't train hard, you can't build muscle. If you can't sleep, you can't recover, and it's just counterintuitive. And what a waste of time in the gym and your effort eating if you're just going to throw it away and go out and get wrecked Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, once a month, go out, enjoy yourself. Yes, live a little, but try keep away for a few weeks at a time and get some consistency in. And the last one, I say, don't blame your genetics. A lot of people that I've trained or I've worked with, they said, oh, I've tried everything, I can't gain weight. And then I say, oh, well, what are you eating? Well, I missed my breakfast, I didn't have time, I might have had an apple and a banana, I might have had an apple and a sandwich at lunch, came home and whatever my mum made. That is not enough to fuel your body, especially if you're trying to grow. Eat every 3 hours, high fat, high calorie foods. If you need to, get a couple of weight gainer shakes. It's highly worth it. Even if it's a supplement, it's getting the calories in, okay? So use these top tips, and if you want any more information, drop me a message, or if you think you've tried all that and you want other tips, again, drop me a message. We can make future videos or try and answer your question personally, okay? So this is Rob, Optimal Bodies. We're sponsored by Damn Fitness. Check them out, damnfitness.com. Quote Rob10, and you can get 10% off some very decent gym clothing, okay? Cheers for listening, guys. I'll see you next week.